Welcome back to Shaving Down Under. I'm Doug. It's Monday morning and it had to happen. Supermarket wars. There you have it. Woolworths, Coles. Now I was really surprised. About a month or so ago, my younger brother hit me up and he goes, check this out. Sent me a couple of text messages and I was like, I'll go buy that. Try it out. I think it was about $20. Can't remember the price now. Bought some blades, did the review last Monday. Then during last week, my younger brother hits me up again. He goes, I'm in Coles, check this out. I'm like, oh God. I bought this about 2 or so months ago off of eBay because you just couldn't buy them in Australia. And now I can. And probably a bit cheaper when you can buy them in Australia, but all good. So I'm going to give a review of this razor and its blades today. So this was all China. So China razor and China razor blades. This is the razor is made in China, but the blades are made in Russia. So Russia v China. Interesting showdown there. And I'm going to use a soap here. I reviewed this a while back. Prairie Rum Runner. Beer-based soap. Really good soap. Unfortunately, they don't make this anymore. This is Macduffs Soap Coampany. But they have replaced it with another bay rum, but it's goat's milk based, and it could be, I think it's goat's milk and tallow, but don't completely quote me on that. Check it out online, I'll leave links. And this is the label of the new bay rum, and so I bought the Aftershave to go with this, and so that's the new label to look out for in their shop. Okay, let's get underway. Rightio, so here's the handle, the razor itself, and you see you've got the initials in there. I'm not sure if they'll focus up or not. And there's your box of blades. So this has really good knurling here, very good for grip. I think someone said if you're left-handed it's not so good, but I can't remember where I heard that. Compared to the Jack the Barber, which was just pretty much a chrome handle, which I didn't really think was the best idea they could have run with. So on one side, I'm not sure if you're going to see it. There we go. I've got a bit of writing on there, the King C Gillette, but on the back it's just blank. So just minimal overhang. And we saw the Woolworths one, the Jack the Barber, there was no overhang at all. It was just all encased, which was an interesting idea, I thought. But with a three-piece, I think it does help if you can hold the edges there to put the handle on. Oh, that smells so divine. Like you can smell the bay rum, and it's just like a spicy Christmas pudding. Oh, it smells good. And we've got beautiful lather. The camera doesn't quite show it. Like the soap I used last week was a similar colour, a real latte froth colour, that pale brown. And yeah, this stuff is the absolute bee's knees. And a beer base. Usually I don't do beer this early in the morning, but there's always exceptions. So I thought it was interesting. It's sort of typical of Australia, really. Pretty much a supermarket duopoly. We have Aldi there on the outskirts sort of thing. We've got their fans but and Costco, but smaller extent Foodland. It's really Coles and look at that ladder, and Woolworths that call the shots in this country. And I can't say I like. All right, here we go. China versus Russian blades. So it'll be interesting to see how well these double-edged razors take off in Australia in the mainstream. As I mentioned before, all you could buy in the last X amount of years, I'm going to say last 10 years, but you know, I could be wrong, but last 10 years, it just seems like the two big supermarkets, the best you get with double edge is just some Wilkinson sword blades. Well, seems to wash out easy. I like the weight of this razor as well. The handle is just a little bit beefier than the Jack the Barber. Yeah, good. Got a pimple there. Come on, 52. Pimple still, come on. Now I'll go as far as saying I reckon this is a little bit more of a milder shave than the Jack the Barber. And I think with the blades that they supplied with the Jack the Barber, it probably could have afforded to be a mould like this. But the Jack the Barber was fairly mild, but you could feel a bit of blade, which when I'm banging the Old Faithful, that feels great. But when you got some just nondescript blade sitting in there, you want to go in with a bit more confidence than that, I'd say. What I might do Wednesday is bang out a side-by-side comparison. I'm not going to use those Chinese blades again, but I might do one half of the face with the Gillette and the other half with the Jack the Barber. and see how they compare. I might use the same blade. See how I go with this Gillette blade. And if the Gillette blade today is good, I'll put them in both. So I hope you all watch the grand final. Well, the AFL grand final. Hang on a sec. Get that soap away from my lips. Not that it's poisonous or anything, but you know. See the Melbourne Storm one. But the Tigers. The Richmond Tigers. How good was Dusty Martin? Guy's a freak. He is one of the greatest players I've ever seen. I've seen. Three Norm Smiths. Look, I'm still mentally scarred. It was at 2007 when Richmond flogged us in the grand final, flogged the Crows. I'm still scarred. I haven't watched that match in completion. I got early into the third and realised what was happening, and I just turned off. I didn't need the torture. And I still have vivid memories of Dusty Martin. I want to swear, but I don't know what you can get away with here, but just absolutely just annihilating us. Like, I know there was other players that played really good for the Tigers in that game. But in that second quarter and early in the third, Dusty was untouchable. He's in the middle of the ground. Or playing in the middle, always in heavy traffic, always got the ball. A lesser player would have got run down or tackled or put under extreme pressure where their pass is just compromised, whether it's by hand or foot, but not Dusty. It was either the don't argue or just wheels around, it's slippery like an eel. And his delivery, just spot on, like hitting players where they needed the ball, So last year when they come up against GWS, I said to a few people, I said, look, if Dusty gets off the lead, GWS can't win. And he was off the lead. He took a while to get into it on Saturday night, but near the end of the second quarter where he snapped that goal out of nothing, that's just the act of a pure champion. Yeah, just got to get those little bits of hair there. If I left that, I'd be going nuts all day. And a little bit of claret there. Yeah, right. Like, I would have been happy to see Geelong win the other night. You know, would have, like to see Dangerfield get a medal. Yeah, I don't know, hard feelings with him. He was at the Crows, but really, in all reality, he was always going to go back to Geelong, wasn't he? So, not an Ablett Junior fan, to be honest with you. I didn't really like how he left Geelong and went up to the Gold Coast. Like, it was big coin, and you can't blame him. Like, that's just, for Australian football, it was crazy coin. Like, in England, it's just silly coin. It was just like championship coin. But I don't know. I don't think he really was of any benefit to Gold Coast Suns. I think he did put some of the players off by not maybe being as team orientated as what's expected. And he was always going to get good money at the Cats. So, and he could have won a lot, more flags. Money might not bring you happiness, but it can sure make life easier. And you haven't had much money, which I'd imagine most people watching me right now, and myself included, having money behind you can make life a lot less stressful. Cut myself on the neck there. Maybe I was a bit relaxed on what I was doing. Not diligent enough. Okay. So, I think this is the better of the razors, the two razors. I will on Wednesday. I usually don't do a vid on Wednesday because I've got other plans for Friday, but I'll put them side by side. I might use two new Gillette blades in here, or I'll put a couple of blades I know really well into each of them to give them a final judgment. But right now, I think this one's the better one. I got the cut here. If that was a pimple, I always knew that was going to bleed, and got a bit on my neck here for whatever reason. I think I was just talking and not really, I was having too much of a Dusty Martin fan moment and not thinking about the shave. So I think so far, I think this one's the better one, but we'll do the final comparison on Wednesday. And so we're just going to finish off here. So apparently you've got to give this a good shake. See in the back there. It smells good just from the cap. You can see there. So you just don't waste. So it's an amber colour, the liquid. And I probably put too much in my hands, but we can deal with that. Now it's a lighter scent than the soap, which is sort of a bit unusual. Usually it's the other way around. Now, I did use a little bit too much. But it is drying down really well. I don't like an oily finish, and we're not getting that with this. Like, it feels a little oily when it goes on, but it dries down to a real supple feeling on your skin. Yeah, I just can't pick the scent, but it's a nice scent. A little bit sweet's the wrong word, but in that direction without being sweet. Yeah, it's nice anyway. All right, I hope you enjoyed that. Once again, get onto Macduffs Soap site, check them out. You're not going to go wrong. Pick a soap, an aftershave, buy it. You're not going to go wrong. It's going to be excellent soap. Well worth the money. And we'll come back and we'll check out these two bad boys on Wednesday and put them side by side. Cool. Take care. Enjoy the week. Ciao.